about youth development in my tiny hometown, Petite Martinique. I must say, I stand here today saddened to the fact that instead of instilling in our youth the confidence and hope in our country, we have instead confused and demoralized them, and this has embarked on a variety of negative consequences which have been afflicting our sweet society in Martinique. My fellow personnel present here today, if you think of Carriacou as being faced by many difficulties, then I have news for you. You haven't seen anything yet, trust me. Carriacou, in mathematics terms, where Carriacou would be the situation where the situation would be equal to Carriacou's problem would be equal to, for instance, 5x. We would have Petite Martinique with that equation of 5x plus an additional 4x. First, we have problem. In the event of the presence of educational opportunities, I would say we are treated unequally. When there are scholarships available, too often we have to deal with the fact that information is not effectively disseminated. And if we, meaning the principal of the Petite Martinique Roman Catholic School, receives any information at all, it is in such an inadequate timing that either we have a date to finish the form and get it in, or the date for submission has already passed. What is the sense? I must say, we need to do better than that. Okay? Not because Petite Martinique is small and we are of the forest end as compared to where the mainland is located. We need to do better than that. We are also placed at a disadvantage to the fact that most students cannot effectively access higher learning opportunities because of the absence of it. For instance, the absence of technical and science classes at Tahiera, Carriacou, apart from the fact that we already have to journey via boat from our home to access these educational facilities and to access jobs after we get it. This brings us to the problem of unemployment that has been severely plaguing our society. And unemployment, and lack of job opportunities is a major problem which has been plaguing our youth in Petite Martinique. We are mindful that the ministry is placed at a disadvantage with problems of lack of inadequate funds. However, there are certain projects which are being implemented in Tahiera in the areas of health and educational wellness service, agribusiness, information technology service, energy development, and tourism and hospitality industry. Projects in those areas which are being embarked on in Tahiera and have not even been thought about being implemented in Petite Martinique. This has resulted in an increase in the use of drugs and alcohol use, especially in young men, and a rise in teenage pregnancy in females, because these young people are confused to the fact that they have nowhere to go and no work. So, as a result, they are just there idle and have nothing else left to do. One of the leading factors which has contributed to the frustration of our youth is the lack of equipment and facilities, especially in the area of sports and culture. It saddens me, my dear ministers and individuals present here today, to see our rich and diversified culture take a downfall. There are no facilities at present to embark on our young people, our our rich heritage and culture. And not too far from cultural activities such as the big drum band and quadrille, etc. There are no facilities which we can use to educate our youth on these various cultural activities that we are present in Petite Martinique. As a result, we have our culture being regarded as history, meaning that the young people don't really know what used to be our ancestors' tradition. Instead, they have implemented cultures they've got from Jamaica, music for instance. You hear them listening to all kinds of songs like Cassell and Movado instead of stuff banjo music and stuff. Some of them don't even know what the banjo is. That's to tell you how bad it's become. In regards to sports now, well, that has been most disappointing. For many of our young men and boys, who in most cases tend to be incompetent to survive in the academic structure of the labor force, rely on skills and athletic abilities. So sad to say that there are no facilities available to help them to develop those abilities. For instance, we have, the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique have a football competition going on the island of Carriacou. We have a team from Petite Martinique, right? However, our team is at a major disadvantage in the fact that they have no way to practice the football as an art. If they kick the ball, the place that they're using as a playing field, if they kick the ball too hard, they have to go and swim and get it. My dear Minister, something needs to be done. Our youth in Petite Martinique are definitely confused. For instance, I was speaking to one of my students this morning on the same thing, the same subject in terms of the football. He was telling me that they use bamboo to make the goal for the football, right? And those goals, have how much football net, some that they're not even using. So I was saddened to hear something like that. And they were like, Miss, so what do you expect us to win if we ain't even have things to play with? We have to soak to one ball and whatever. I was like, what? You know? All youth in Petite Martinique are definitely confused. Mr. Simmons, I think you need to address that. To conclude, I can only say this much. I have many friends and youth from Petite Martinique that are here today, and I expect you all to voice your opinion in terms of where we are going, right? And I expect you to give your recommendations that can be enacted, right? So I encourage you all to say what is burning on your chest, right? Don't be afraid. I thank you.